Hi everyone, welcome back. While you were gone, I was able to get some stuff made for the power armor. So we've got one fusion reactor, I've got 2 roboports, an exoskeleton, and an energy shield. And that's all we can really fit in here. I could fit a couple batteries, but this reactor is enough to power everything that we have. So I would like to upgrade this to Power Armor 2 as soon as I can, so that I can get more stuff in there. Now to do that, we need Efficiency Module 3 and Speed Module 3, which we're not currently making. So I think what I'd like to do right now is set up a chain, a relatively low volume chain to make those. And what was it again? Efficiency and speed. So green and blue is what we need. So what I'm going to do is I will put those there. Now I'm trying to think if we need efficiency module 2s. Well, anyway, I just want something quick and dirty to get to level 3 on these things. So I'm not even gonna... Actually, let me give myself a little bit of space. I'll put it up here. What I was gonna say is I'm not gonna bother storing up any of the level 2s. I just want to get enough here that I can get to those modules that I want, which are the level 3s. And this is just so I can make power armor. That's it. Once we get the power armor and we start building up our main base, we can do some more with it. Alright. Let's put power there, and power there. I guess I can use yellow inserters here, since this is going to be rather slow going. And I need 5 each of those. It's going to take a while to make those. Alright, so I'm just going to limit that to 5. Oh, actually that should be blue, not green. My mistake. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, this is going to take a while. You need 4 of those. And actually I'm going to need another requester chest. Okay, so we'll get that going. Like I said, that's going to take some time to complete. In the meantime, we desperately need more copper, because our copper production is pretty much coming to a stop. So I think it's time, finally, I know some of you guys are really excited, I think it's time to make some trains. So let's get some engines. Where are the engines? There we go. Okay, I'll ask for 50 of those, so I can make a couple engines. And I want to make a couple cargo wagons as well. Oh, I need circuits. Okay. Which ironically is one thing that I don't have very much of. Okay, there's one, there's two. Okay, I'll send the rest of those back. And we'll make, let's just start small. We'll make 2 cargo wagons. So let me grab some iron. 2 cargo wagons. Okay. And now I'm going to request train tracks and signals. So let's get, let's say 1,000 pieces of track. I'm gonna need to get rid of one of these other things here. I'll get rid of those active provider chests. I don't think I really want to use those anymore. Okay, we'll get some rail signals, we'll get some chain signals, and I don't think I'm making stations automatically, so those will have to come out of my pocket. So let's make, I guess we'll just need 2 of those to begin with. All right. I'm going to need mining drills. I have 40 on me right now. I'll go ahead and grab another stack of those. Alright, so I'll stop requesting those. Let's get mining drills. Yeah, another, well, let's make that 100. I don't need those steel furnaces. I don't need those refineries. I don't need those chemical plants. I do want efficiency modules. As many as I can get. Well, I'll just set it for 100 because I don't think I have too many in inventory right now anyway. And we'll get rid of the other ones. I don't need these batteries. Okay. I have turrets because we are going to need to set up some turrets around there. Okay, so let's take a look and figure out what would be a good place to get copper from. Looks like the closest sizable patch is this one up here. So what I would like to do is bring it down, and we need to get it way down here, right? I think that's where our copper is. Yeah, so probably we'll just go up to the west of our base and then cut over. And I'm just going to make it a, I'm not even going to make it a loop, I'm just going to make it one way. That's why I have 2 engines, so it can travel in both directions. And that'll make it fairly simple to set up. We actually won't need any lights, or any switches rather, signals. Signals is what I want to say. Talk much? Okay. And then we'll bring that here. And then we'll probably add a couple more lines while we're at it. I think it'd be good to fill this in because I'm thinking this would be a good place to bring the train and add that copper in over here. So let's turn that off and let me ask for some landfill. I think 100 should be enough. Let's get in the network so they come for me. And we'll wait until that landfill gets here. So I'll fill in that water over here on this side, and that's where the train will unload. Now in the past, you really had to set it up so that your trains were oriented east-west when you unloaded and loaded. Otherwise, you weren't getting the maximum input and output just because of the way that the graphics were on the game. The cargo... cool, got another achievement. what do you call those? The cargo wagons were smaller vertical when they were vertical than when they were horizontal. So they fixed that now with 0.13. So they should be the same size in both orientations. So we'll find out. So I should be able to unload when they are oriented vertically without any headaches. I'm going to add another RoboPort over here. And we'll use robots to fuel the trains. Actually, you know what? In this case, we really don't have to, because since we have a coal line right here, so we'll just do it the old-fashioned way, I suppose. All right, let's get some power over here. Okay, so combat robots are fully upgraded. In terms of damage, these are gun turret upgrades. Okay, we've only got one more level, so might as well go and do that. While I'm over here, I'm gonna set this up to reload automatically. Again, I'm just gonna reload this stuff with the cheap ammo. And at some point, I would like to set up some of those flamethrower turrets, because I haven't used those before, and I think they would be pretty cool to play with. Okay. So we're just going to wait for the ammo to get over there. Where was I? Oh yeah, we got to fill this thing in. Okay, so let's get the track. And the way that this track gets laid out is, I know it's different now, but I haven't really tried it yet, so. But supposedly there's a way that you can, yeah, you can, well no, that's just my bots doing that. I think there's a way that you can lay out the tracks like without actually doing it. I don't know if that makes any sense. How does that work? Okay, shift left mouse button. All right, now I'm confused. The rail planner. Okay, so I gotta figure out how the hell the rail planner works, because I don't see how it is supposed to do its thing. Like, how are you supposed to make a bloody curved rail? Like that? No? Sometimes this game is a little frustrating. If you don't know what you're doing, it's really not helpful at all. The rail planner. Maybe there's a rail planner thing that I have to make? No. Okay, so the R key doesn't help. Shift left click doesn't help, because all that does is make your robots do it. So that's useless. Right click doesn't do anything. Shift right click doesn't do anything. Control doesn't do anything. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to pause and go Google how to lay a rail. So let me do that and we'll continue this when I come back. Okay, so I've figured out how the rail planner works. But before we continue, I keep seeing these red alerts coming from over on the west side of the base. So I think we're gonna have to go and do a little pest control first. Yeah, there's a lot of biters coming in over here. And I can see where they're coming from. All right. Step into my poison, guys. Wow. It's an awful lot of worms over here. Big ones too. And they can spit far, can't they? Well, already the power armor is helping quite a bit. You can see how little I get damaged, even just having one of those shield modules installed. I can actually run in and I can take a few worm hits. Whereas before, 2 or 3 worm hits would have me pretty much on death's door. Now, we don't want to get overconfident either, so... Yeah, but we can take out big worms without too much trouble, which is not something I could ever do before. Whoa, okay. Yeah, see, we almost got killed there. Oh no, that was just the shields. Yeah. So this is good. Makes it quite a bit easier. That purple bar is just the shield. So when the purple bar is gone, I still have my shields. Or I still have my regular health. Of course, my regular health will only take 1 or 2 hits from a big worm. And that'll be it, so we still have to be careful. Okay. So that problem is solved. We should take this one out down here too. But first let's put in a couple of turrets for safety. Or not for safety, but just to prevent a respawn. Okay, and then there's one over there too. So I get out my defenders, throw out some poison to kind of get things kicked off. This the flamethrower destroys the spawners. so easily. Whereas it would normally take a lot of hits from a handheld weapon to take out. Alright. Actually, I think I have a blueprint of that little turret setup. Yeah, I do. And now that I have personal robots, makes it very easy to lay it down. Okay, so let's get back to work on our trains. Yep, because our copper is basically depleted. I'm going to pick that up. I mean, there's a little bit more there, but it's just going to get all mixed in with the with that iron. I don't want to have to deal with that. That one's gone. Okay, so that's really all the copper that we're getting right now. Oh, we got a little bit up here too, so I guess it's not completely toasted, but just about. All right, I guess I'll stop and let these bots catch up with me. Top off my ammo. At least I think that's what they're bringing me. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay, so this will be our unloading station. So the train signal goes on that side. See, that's got some new graphics, which looks pretty cool. All right. The train graphics are different. All right, cool. Got another achievement. Oh, and it looks like I built 3 of these by mistake, so I guess we'll use 3. That's fine. Okay. Let me grab some fuel for these guys, just to get started. All right. Okay, now this is different. Add a station, that one, add wait condition. We want it to wait until inventory is empty. So now you don't have to tell it just how many seconds to stop at the station. You can choose from different conditions, as you could see. Okay, so now it'll wait here until the inventory is completely emptied before it moves on. Okay. So let's get the rest of the track laid out, and then we will come back and set up the loading and the unloading. Okay. Right, so the rail planner, you hold some rail, and then I guess you click and drag, and it apparently only goes 7 sections at a time, which is not ideal. Okay, now in this case, we can do better than that because we have robots handy. Put these back in there. So let me make another blueprint. I can't make another blueprint. Okay, so let's clear one of these. Yeah, I'm probably not going to use that anymore. We're done with steam power. All right, so in this case, I'm just gonna, and actually before I do that, let's put down some power. So I'll lay down a few power poles and we'll blueprint basically between power poles. so we can lay these down automatically, kind of like we would do with Farl if we were using mods. But as you know, we're not using mods in this playthrough because we want to get achievements. Okay, so now I can just do this, and then the bots will take care of it. At least they should. Now in this case, I think some of my other construction bots must be on the way to do this, and that's why I don't see anything happening. Once I get outside of my normal network, then my the bots that are in my inventory ought to be taking over. Let's see, it's hard to see. I want to make sure I'm getting this put down in the right position. Yeah, right there. All right. Well, I think some other bots must be coming to get those. You know, I'm not sure if this is really any faster than just laying it manually. Probably not. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna have to take this base out before we proceed any further. Let me switch my weaponry here. Right, and we'll put our turrets down. Okay, and we got some guys over there that we need to take out as well. Again, we'll do that before we start trying to lay down train tracks. 7, 8, 9. Oh, I can have 9 bots now. I didn't realize that. Now, the other cool thing about the flamethrower is that once the biters catch on fire, they're done. They continue to burn until they're dead. So it's kind of a set it and forget it type of a thing. I think I'll switch over to my shotgun though, because I don't want to start any forest fires. But man, those guys are tough. Jeez. Okay, so this is where we're gonna set up shop for our copper mining. I'm not gonna put any turrets down right now because I want to set up all the mining drills first, and then I'm just gonna wall in the this entire patch. So I've got walls and turrets all the way around. Whoa. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. And it looks like I've started a forest fire over here. And I think what I can do to keep that from spreading is just pick up all the wood. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you can see that makes an awful lot of pollution, which we do want to avoid. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. When I come back, we'll finish laying the track. We will put up some turrets. We'll wall in the base, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.